Would I normally get the Icon Pass? Sure. But with all that Gertrude's got going on, planning her wedding and whatnot, there's just no time. Do I regret not getting the Icon Pass? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you do. You're cooped up here, losing your mind.
That's not true.
Good morning, everyone. Please let me introduce myself. My name is Adrien Vérin, and I am the development manager for the InMouv Sports Trend Bureau, which is a Parisian agency. We are the subsidiary of the Carling Group. So, as you will have understood, I apologize for my French accent. I will do my best during this conference. So I am really delighted to be able to speak for this digitalized version of the Outdoor Retailer Show. It has been a few seasons now that I had the opportunity to participate to this major outdoor show. And today, I think more than ever, it is really essential to look up to the future, to be more optimistic about the outdoor world and in general about the sports world. And it's something that we are going to talk about during this conference about the fall-winter 22-23 sports trends. So I'm really happy to present it to you today. First of all, I'm going to show you some slides about our company, just for you to know more about InMouv. So how we are structured right now. Carling Group is comprised of 3 agencies with complementary know-how. There is Carling, the creative trend agency, InMouv, so the sports trend agency, and 79C, which is our communication agency. So a little bit of history. 1947, this is the foundation of Carling, which makes Carling the first trend agency in the world. In 2009, there was a creation of InMouv, so the subsidiaries of Carling dedicating to menswear and sports. So what is our mission right now? Our mission is to forecast consumers' behavior worldwide so as to elaborate creative strategies and to design products to help our clients succeed thanks to our 4 main expertises, which are prospective studies, marketing strategy, color insights, and design product. So now let's move on with the conference about the active fall-winter 22-23. These are some slides, and there are some silhouettes, prints, and products that come from directly our new trend books, which is the fall-winter 22-23 active. So everything can be found into our trend books. First of all, the context of the global COVID pandemic has shaken up our thematic approach. Our themes now stem from the intersection of the new customer needs and the challenge that brands will have to take up to meet them. In this conference, we offer you an overview of 6 of our themes from the autumn-winter 22-23 trend books. First, the need for reassurance will be addressed in our theme dedicated to urban mobility with safety protection solution, which we have called Keep Me Safe. Then the need for serenity will be explored among other things in a fusion of yoga and hiking for holistic well-being themes, which we called Keep Me Zen. The need to feel good at home and particularly during lockdown will establish itself in our athleisure themes around the new active homeware uniforms. The need to add a touch of charms to one's environments will result in a more intense fitness themes where virtual reality boosts training, e-gaming evolve. The need for escape will manifest itself in our mountaineering theme through the prism of data digitalization of the activity, where metadata takes almost more precedence over the activity itself. And at least the need for contact with nature and tradition will find its solution in our micro-adventure themes around camping as a way of life. So let's move on with our first themes, which is Keep Me Safe. The ecological transition has given rise to means of soft mobility, from e-bike to micro-mobility devices. Sky cycles reflect the increase in these responsible travel means, and new protection needs are emerging. Between safety and formal elegance, the products are designed for all weather and situation, whether on a crossover or bicycle, in the office or the gym, while reassuring users of their safety and eco-design. Influenced by cities promoting cycling as part of post-lockdown transport plan, the bike boom is real. Annual new bicycle sales more than doubled in April, according to the UK's Bicycle Association. The United States is facing a shortage of bicycles as anxiety over public transportation and a desire to exercise has sent the demand surging. Sales of commuter and fitness bikes in March increased 66%. Leisure bikes jumped 121%. Children's bikes went up 59% and electric bikes rose 85%. A growth context which increased the visibility of certain soft mobility concepts, including the Cowboy e-bike. It's an ultra-safe bike with smart speed, a removable battery integrated into the frame, carbon belt drive to eliminate grease stains, flashing brake lights and accident detection with pre-record emergency call. New safety clothing dedicated to urban mobility is also emerging. The French eco-mobility poncho brand Copenhague directly integrates a light signature into its garments to indicate its direction day and night, in addition to protective ergonomics. Experimental clothing company Volbach has made its full metal jacket from copper as a first step in developing intelligent and disease-resistant clothing in light of the coronavirus pandemic. Like cycling, running has also developed among neophytes seeking good health and revitalizing activity during and after lockdown, the need to make physical exertion as accessible and as safe as possible pushed designers to new developments. Injury preventions offer a range of specifications. The conceptual Ice Hill hot-cold therapy device is a portable solution for athletes who are looking for a way to enjoy stronger pain relief without the need for large or invasive alternatives. Nike created two sneakers designed to reduce running injuries. The Nike React Infinity Run 2 and the Nike Zoom X Invisible Run styles represent the brand mission to keep runners going strong by offering the right level of support, cushioning, and performance features. Positioning of previously unseen screens on the calf or on the shoulder, like safety signage, playing both the bicycle codes with circular typographies and the safety elements with guaranteed data as a graphic element in its own rights. Also for the prints, barricade tape camouflage, typography, and microanimation are inspired by graphic elements of road signage. For the fabrics, two reflective layers on a mottle or denim-style weft, ultra matte and smoky transparency for more modernity, and metallic and copper effect with antibacterial power renew the urban outdoors. A technical sweater is highlighted. Fleece jacket with reflective elements and sweatshirts with a filtering mask style color create garments with protective comfort. Now focus on padded maxi parka in a quilted wave style. With giant pockets, a flap mounted on a safety vest and an encompassing hood, they form protective cocoons to face the great urban cold. Now concerning the accessories, messenger bags are gradually give way to avoid rucksacks, comforting and protective cocoons between a modular and minimalist design with invisible zips and a size expression goussettes. So now let's go with Keep Me Zen. A desire for the great outdoor is blowing through yoga. In the tradition of the Wanderlust festivals, the activity is hybridized with hiking and trail running, reflecting an aspiration for a life of well-being. The reference interacts for well-thought-out hiking tights and the fabrics are reinforced for off-road sessions. A relaxed feminine style is created with retro outdoor codes. So now, the outdoors as a therapeutic remedy is not new in itself. But more and more studies tend to codify what remains about intuition and feelings. For instance, neuroscientist Shane O'Mara celebrates the full sweep of human walking in her book In Praise of Walking that we recommend you to read. Walking confers a great many benefits for the body and mind. For example, walking helps protect and repair organs that have been subject to stress and strains. It is good for the gut, helping the passage of food through the intestines. It is therefore not surprising to see a fusion between well-being practices already recognized such as yoga and more classic outdoor activities. The thirst for the outdoors following lockdown also leads yoga to expand to combine the benefits of the practice with the benefits of the great outdoors. So continuing from the previous screen, we can see here that the merging is already taking place among brands and retreat providers. Well-being finds a close echo to its aspiration in the outdoor lifestyle, which is often already very connected to nature and with a strong spiritual awareness. On Vaode Instagram account, the ambassadors do yoga pose at the top of the hikes. The Japanese magazine Go Out, specializing in camping features and art of living connected to nature with tiny house and a yoga pose. Yoga trail and yoga hiking retreats are emerging, as you can see at Yoga Hiker. The brand itself is made more traditional. Brands specializing in yoga are expanding their offerings to outdoor hiking outfits and garments with sleeves such as Sweaty Betty or Lucy. The yoga collection shoots are abandoning the studios in favor of the outdoors, influencing a more hybrid range. For the prints between landscapes, prints and sacred geometry, the gradients are renewed this season with figurative elements to adorn yoga leggings and sweatshirts. Marble light streaks draw dreamlike mountainous profile in feminine earthy hues. Age-old mystical elements like the sun, moon, or the eye of wisdom enliven the logo position in a minimalist and drawn style. For the fabrics, mottled fabrics so present in yoga wear are gradually giving way to the effect of diluted horizon and tashism of misty landscapes. Wefts are less smooth, with rough braid texture or reinforced with aramid for all-terrain use. Trekking tights continue their developments with cargo pockets and targeted reinforcements, while off-the-studio jackets are quilted and brought to life by mountainous landscapes. Yoga wear becomes less close fittings and turns to more thermal products and outdoor sweater while retaining draping and gather for more femininity. On the accessories side, yoga kit bags are renewed with a roll top opening and hiking backpack style pocket, while post-session shoes with flexible soles are influenced by the world of trekking. Now let's move on with feeling home. Athleisure is booming in the era of teleworking and digitalized social relations. The neo-jogging set combines the code of homewear and activewear to become a new uniform, allowing works to be combined with sports while staying at home. The colors are neutral, the pairs flexible, clean and gender-free for a standardized and comforting style, in keeping with slow fashion and allows you to concentrate on training. A kind of comfortable normcore with subtly worked details. More and more basics, particularly in sweatwear, are adorned with marking claimings or attesting to their eco-responsible commitments. As a sort of guarantee of quality and competitive differentiation, the inside label is displayed on the outside in total coherence with this theme stripped of unnecessary ornamentation. Pangaea educates its consumer by displaying its dyeing methods and choice of materials, while EcoAlf diagrams the recycling process from which their materials are derived alongside their slogan, because there is no planet B. Still in this universe of striping and codification of new essential standards, unisex outfits are multiplying as well in the universe of luxury jogging as in the more traditional one. No gender reinforces the idea of an active uniform for everyone and for all occasions, from training session to teleworking time. Personal trainers and weight benches have long since entered the domestic environment. But it is clear that with the demand of a healthier lifestyle, sports apparatus are becoming more and more integrated into a designer interior. A sleek powder pink Pilates module, a connected mirror incorporating personalized coaching, and even acupressure equipment, until now reserved for physiotherapy practices, are now part of our daily lives. For the print, this assertively neutral theme is oriented toward tone-and-tone embossed typographic positioning and an injected or embroidered badge with rigorous geometry in the choice of font or in the shape of the badge itself. Mineral wefts and sediment ripstops renew marbling effects for an ever more urban and asphalt style and texture that enhance mottled tracksuits. Fleece armor embossed with shock-resistant elements. Optical whites are abandoned in favor of raw whites in a desire for non-dyeing and radical functional aesthetics. Jogging wear pose as a new uniform and drones monochrome silhouette all in a fleece and satin nylon blend for both men and women. The volumes refer purely to training, but the fabrics are more technical and add visual sophistication. Now, for the accessories, sneakers takes over homeware to reinvent themselves in a mocassin version with zipped or drawstring opening, but more generally enveloping uppers or well-rounded cocooning designs. So now let's move on with Make Me Trip. With the ice thawing and the melting of permafrost, new adaptations to mountaineering practices is required. Races become GPS tracks and FKT data. Mountain data is collected to measure risk. The racing season has switched from summer to winter as the popularity of on-slope ski touring reveals a shift in the attitude of practice toward ski fitness, closer to a running trip than a race in the great outdoors. The goals are changing along with the garments creating colorful and more tailored silhouettes. Ski touring is increasingly moving towards a cardio activity rather than alpinism or mountaineering. In the same way, as one goes out jogging, ski touring becomes an after-work activity with a headlamp on and a ski slope map in the land. It is the altitude performance that is targeted more than the excursion of the beaten track and a committed descent in the snow. Trail training continues in winter with skis on the feet. This orientation also appeals to novices who discover a new way to get fresh air other than cross-country skiing or snow showing, but still on market terrain. The virtual creation of routes has gradually become the standard for trail running. GPS and connected watches offer more and more content. Informative maps superimpose on satellite maps with slopes and altitude data, track recording, statistics in real time in the form of data design, real or remote monitoring, and even SOS mode are the tools that have become essentials for outings. Paul Capel challenged himself to beat his own record time for the 2020 UTMB cancelled during lockdown. He ran alone against his own previous victory, which is quite unprecedented, although in the end it took an hour longer this time around. The UTMB has also been revised in a digital version, allowing each runner to participate remotely, directly from home, while remaining connected to the global trail community in compliance with the COVID restriction. Concerning the prints, the worlds of digital and mountaineering merge in prints of virtual luminescence. On a black background, neon beams mingle with altitude and GPS data in white. The precision of the data and the dreamlike effect of the lightning collide for impactful prints that renew protective clothing. Altitude shots and mountain profiles are inspired by data design diagram and complemented by geological data. All others are moving toward the blurred effect of thermal imagery and scans of mountainous terrain. Thermal mid-layers and 3-layers are renewed with weft-evoking data design graphics. Bar graphics for modernized differential Dakar and with 3D push-pull and both double-faced pop had a twist to highly functional product in a playful mode. Now focus on fabric mixes and tangram cutouts evoking data design diagrams. Pop color touches highlight interlocking elements and innovative volumes. Asymmetric semi-rounded pocket flaps right on the bust yoke or semi-inlaid gusset pockets bring a breath of freshness to alpine silhouettes. Now, a direction that is undoubtedly more anecdotal but nevertheless interesting in the world of mountaineering is the reuse of the 80s fuchsia, purple and turquoise color codes on technical products, sealed on body mapped with a dark green, like an off black in opposition, so as to soften the technical aspects. Concerning the accessories, ultralight paired-on mountaineering backpacks with hollowed-out or mesh straps and with ultra-stretched pockets are highlighted in these stems. Let's go on with Impress at home. So, delving into the exuberance of immersive training makes our physical and visual perceptions collide. Athletic avatars are brought to life by the virtual transfer of real performance to streaming platform. A futuristic recreational style gives pride of place to layering with a hollowed-out yoke and contrasting gusset as if the silhouettes were designed in multi-dimensions. Robotic textiles and spectacular surface effects underline this techno-digital range. While the stars of e-gaming are considered as real athletes and get contract with equipment manufacturers and develop collaboration, dedicated training collections are also emerging, like a champion with the Gamer collection. The Within Studio has announced the release of Supernatural, an application for Oculus Quest that wants to make cardio sessions a little more fun with VR. The novelty lies in the fact that augmented reality gaming is enhanced with content and fitness services, which is the possibility of synchronizing a heart rate monitor, which definitely blurs the line between games and sports. Now, like the Balenciaga game show, fashionistas who have invaded Animal Crossing or Snapchat users who have dressed their Bitmoji in Polo Ralph Lauren, virtual fashion is gaining ground. The Gucci brand has teamed up with the giant Nintendo to distribute its collaboration with the North Face on the game Pokémon Go, so players can download items for their avatar for free. Puma is collaborating with Central St. Martin's BA fashion students to investigate the future of textile manufacturing for a more sustainable sportswear industry. As well as executing state-of-the-art dyeing systems and digital print techniques that decrease the current chemical and water consumptions needed for manufacturing apparel and footwear, solidifying the brand's environmental efforts. Focus now on the texture gradient of grain in different superimposed print designs. The effects are intended to be holographic and moving, adding a fictitious dimension to printed fabrics. Optical effects energize fitness crop tops and leggings in a series of gradations in unreal hues but with an almost real texture, blurring the line between reality and virtuality. Whites worked in a knockout effect bring modernity to the colorful density of the prints. Concerning the fabrics, contrasting double-faced piqué play with the effect of kinetic surprises in extension, while honeycombs are renewed in compact and stretch bonding. Mottled fabrics are more holographic, almost moiré, for a vibrant, colorful effect. Fitness crop tops are worked in hollowed-out cutouts or highlighted with contrasting piping. Directly inspired by lingerie, the volumes are preformed for a fitting effect, and sealscreen printed elastic insert provide the right dose of active corsetry style. Now focus on a series of robotic joints and offset yokes for mechanical slanted effects. Training garments are freed from dark urban shades to renew themselves in bold cybernetic hues. For the accessories, running uppers are adorned with optical effect with mesh reinforcement playing with color transparency and the effect of superimposed layers for a detailed effect that goes beyond the 3D. Now let's move on with at hand. Now, micro-adventurers become the spokesperson of an ecological commitment and push the equipment manufacturer of their favorite sports to rethink their environmental impact. With the infinite recycling system and vegetable dye, compostable clothes now offer more fun and recreational solutions to enjoy life in the great outdoors. More than a need for physical activity, it is a lifestyle in harmony with nature that is asserted through comfortable and sustainable looks. The micro-adventurer continues to win over hearts with its unusual but reassuring experience for novices. After the Airbnb experiences, make way for the Airbnb adventurers, where you can book a tiny house or a night in Portaledge with a breathtaking view from your cliff. Luxury cabins are also popular with city dwellers looking for fresh air and adventure. The Quintilla cabin is prefab and takes one day to be assembled, designed by Ortwarm architects. The cabin is characterized by its linear shape that is accented by triangular roofs that gives it a familiar form to admire from afar. In these themes close to nature, where the protection of the playgrounds takes on its full meaning in product design, marketing initiatives are emerging to reveal ecological commitments invisible to consumers. Houdini, for example, has certified the safety of these clothes in terms of both dye and fiber by offering a dyer made from plants grown from the compost of their products. A fun and impactful way to make customers aware of the environmental cause. The nomadic lifestyle attracts new people in search of freedom and the great outdoors, and even more so following lockdown. Van life offers reassuring roaming and autonomy during this global pandemic. If this health crisis has triggered radical life change in the great outdoors, if only the time for vacation or weekends, this art of living offers an enticing breath of fresh air. Nestbox offer modules adaptable to all types of vehicle to transform them into motorhome and allow you to enjoy the outdoors without too much equipment. Accessories are more luxurious with authentic craftsmanship and traditional cutlery that promise to reconnect with nature and cook tasty white dishes. After the survival courses, a certain enthusiasm for home cooking course can be seen. Animal prints return this season in the traditional style of national park iconography and botanical engraving. Treated in two colors, they offer an additional handmade aesthetics in harmony with this theme of nature. Fabric clothes, a relatively vintage style in faded colors and compost. Sherpa and biodegradable fleeces mingle with eco-friendly fluorocarbon-free laminated fabrics. Fabric clothes is a relatively vintage style in faded color and compost. Sherpa and biodegradable fleeces mingle with eco-friendly fluorocarbon-free laminated fabrics. Now focus on quilted sweatshirts and pop-over puffer jackets. The quilted expand for a confident vintage style with synthetic fittings for active products that are no longer just static post-hiking. Hiking pants combined with jogging pants in a woolly fleece version, additional comfort and an ideal thermal contribution for outdoor activities that are now oriented toward performance. For children, the fleece suit is an essential mid-layer to sleep under a raincoat. The color of virgin wool and authentic ochre are modernized in contrast with sea greens and touches of dynamic yellow. Hellshell jackets are inspired by the world of fishing in a series of abyssal green and construction of cascading flap pockets. Focus on the ease of darts, performing the volume and body mapped below in strategic places. Now for the accessories, the influence of fisherman's vest intersect with the more street ones, chest bags and other modernized bum bags to offer carrying solutions. So now, this is the end of this presentation for the conference about the Active 22-23. I hope that you like it. Just few words concerning the trend books if you're interested into discovering our trend books. I remember that every silhouette and every shapes are available in the trade books, are downloadable, are vectorized, so you can use them. And there is plenty more of prints, products, silhouettes, colors to discover into these trend books. To discover it, you can contact our USA agents, which is Deborah Weinberg from OPR. So please feel free to contact her at any moment to discuss about these trend books. I really hope that you like this conference, and I hope to see you soon in real life, probably at Denver for the next time, but it will be a real pleasure for us to be back again in this beautiful city. So thank you everyone for listening to me, and have a really nice day. Bye-bye.
So this year, I thought, why not get into shipbuilding instead of getting an icon pass? I just find shipbuilding so relaxing. Definitely don't regret not getting an icon pass. Shipbuilding's way better.